Test. Okay. I need to get your volume real quick. Why is it not picking it up? Yeah, it's not picking it up right now. Hang on.
Still isn't working.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Say something again?
Test.
All right, I'm gonna make your volume a little bit up. There you go. I think this should be good.
What's good, chatters? Oh, my audio sounds horrible.
You're in Yeti?
Yo, test.
You're good. You're good. Face. They ask you for a face cam. Where's that face cam at?
I don't have a face cam.
Should we get some donations in?
Yeah, chat. $1,000 of donos. I might turn it on. No, I don't have a face cam either way. So you guys get to see Brian's sexy face for now.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna load shit up. Top Step on deck. Make sure everything is on lock this time.
Dude, above these ES London highs, I don't have much of a level through higher time frame until like much higher. And do you guys have any levels above that ES London high? Bro, there's just nothing for me up here until all the way until
There we go.
59.74. Yeah, Jackson, I'm still holding as well. This is such a slow burner, but these type of days build character and conviction.
This is lo-fi, ain't it? I need to change it. This one's better.
Dude, NQ is literally just flat.
Yeah.
And he literally is just doing nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna say we're on, and then we'll get started, chat.
Alright, we should run these on highs now. Should see a bit of a pop now.
Okay. So yeah, I think ES just about to push highs here. ES has been very, very bullish. So I think protocol would be looking for longs in ES, shorts on NQ if depending on our bias. What is dragging NQ anyways? Is there a certain like stock that's just or just tech in general just not wanting to move?
I want to see an impulse here. Dude, we'd probably run this London high and just come right back down, just based on what price is doing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, that's the London highs on ES there. Really just pushing NQ, just still lagging far behind. Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, all red today? No way. That's yeah, I guess there's a lot of tech that's red today.
I'm up pretty nice on these SPX calls.
Sit up.
A little while, but I just hope we don't SMT here and we just come right back down. That'd be super annoying. Someone said our unit trade. Yeah, this was a trade I took way before though. I was long off the pivot reversal after we took overnight low sell side, and it's just been a very choppy AM. So it's just been a long hold, and kind of rode on my futures account, and then rode SPX. I'm up 8K on SPX right now, but I'm just trailing these. It's such a tough day.
Yeah, it's so choppy in the AM for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, NQ does not look like it wants to move up.
Yeah.
I feel like we SMT here.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't. Honestly, I pray to God we don't. 'Cause I only want higher here. I don't want to see price trade back down into range. Because if we do, I just feel it's gonna be really choppy. Along the 2-minute gap at 10:40 a.m. That's the gap I longed, essentially. Then I took out SPX as well because I felt like draw was gonna flip, and we did, but it took so long. I'm just still writing that out. Yo, guys, go to your hourly. Go to, because I want to see if I'm stuck on, like, if I have the B dash adjust thing on. Guys, go to the your hourly gap on the 3rd of March, 9 a.m. Does price sit at 59.74 for the entry of the gap, or is my adjustment still wrong?
3rd of March.
Or no, excuse me. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, 3rd of March, Monday.
Wait, why don't I see Monday? I just see Friday and then Sunday. Wait, oh, for March 4th?
Yeah, I'll send a graphic. Tell me if your hourly looks like this. Cause I don't know if my.
Oh, you said March. Yeah, I was in May. My bad. Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me just zoom.
This is what hourly looks like, Brian. I said
March 3rd. Nope, still not there yet.
My adjustment might be wrong. I don't know if I.
Oh, on ES.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look. Are you looking for a gap on ES here?
Yeah, the hourly gap. Is there one there? March 3rd, 9 a.m.
March 3rd, 9 a.m. I see 9 a.m. I also see a gap at 1 p.m.
I think.
I'm adjusted right now too.
Let me see.
I have it on my let's see.
Yeah, cause I don't know if I'm broke. Someone told me I wasn't yesterday, and then I changed it, and now somebody else told me in chat today that I wasn't today. It's weird.
Let me just extend it. So yeah, I have 2 gaps. One March 3rd, 1 p.m. and then one at March 3rd, 9 a.m.
Yeah. What does your 9 a.m. gap start at?
25 all the way up to 32.
On IQ or ES?
Yes. 60, 25. Or wait, are you looking at the other one? Let me see. The other one at 81 to 89. 59.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know then. One of us is off.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I only trade ETH. I don't trade RTH. RTH is so flawed. Everyone get off RTH, please. Trade with overnight data, please.
You do need overnight data, man.
Overnight data is such an important piece, at least for my trading. And I feel like when you have more data, you have more pieces to the puzzle. You have a better understanding of what price really does overnight.
I mean, there's so many times overnight where it hits like critical areas and then it makes the move for New York. Just gonna mark things out here. It's not really doing much anywhere because I wanted to see a draw to somewhere. Yes, I mean hit the London high. That'll be a already good one. I would probably only play this right now if NQ flips for lower. Very slow.
Yeah. Kind of like what I had to deal with. All I am. Dude, we would be so reactionary. Like we'd have like 1 minute gaps that we just completely react off. Consistently.
You do facials, you have nice skin. Gee, thanks. I don't do nothing. That's you do facials?
Like as in like pedicure stuff? No.
Yeah.
Nah. I like to think
Yeah,
I'm
all
a man.
natural.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Nah, I just what I do is I just take normal showers, and at the end of them, I just like use cold water. And like it really like that trick has just really like helped. I don't know why, but it has. Mm-mm-mm. I feel like this is a pivotal spot here. Like we either SFT off high here, or we just see prices continue to run.
Yeah. Someone said when I apply code SMART with TickTickTrader, I'll get the latest 50%. Oh, I don't know why that works. You can use the referral link and then their official code and still get the rebate. Oh, LANTO up pretty nice on Weeble. You want to share it to chat?
You can. I mean, this past 2 days. This
Oh,
is like
past days.
yeah, past 2 days. Today and yesterday. This is just more so. This is like SPX. I just trade on top of my futures, and it's funny because I've made more on SPX the past 2 days than my personal. Yeah, you can show them if you want.
Yeah, I got it.
It'll probably
4.1% APY. Look at that. That's higher than Robinhood. Robinhood's at 4 right now, so they said let's do 0.1 more.
A little pump candle here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm longing this at all here. I need to wait to see.
I just like trading it. It's funny because I used to be so against SPX, but that's just because I've always traded out the money cons. But actually, in the money cons on SPX, and shout out to Desi because I've seen him do it, so I tried it. And the money SPX cons are actually good. Like they don't decay in theta as much, and they move decent in volatility. So that's the better for me. Like the average con I trade on SPX is like about $2,000 to $2,500 per contract. So those are like nicely at the money or slightly in the money. That way, there's no like mass decay. Volatility is smaller, so like you'll see bigger moves in that smaller percentages. But like I don't mind that because it's a lot more controlled. So
Yeah, ES is pushing highs right now. It's a pretty tight consolidation range on NQ still. It must have been slow grinding. Like a 31 range. ES just continues to push here. We're gonna likely try push for these NQ. Yeah, we're about to take that previous internal high here, and we'll see what reaction we get from it. ES just did another spike there. Just pushing. Those who are in longs already, they're looking pretty good. See, we take that 930 high NQ here at 470. There's not really much to work with here. I think we just AES just gonna continue pushing until we find a good area to flip. Unless you just want to push the rest of the day. Lanto's next with a face showcase. Let's see it. How many likes, how many viewers do we need, guys? We need 2,000? We need 1,500? How many viewers, Lanto? Want to see what happens after we take the AM high here. ES still pushing right now. Still waiting for something. Chad, you guys bullish or bearish here?
I'm definitely bullish.
How many viewers, Lanto, for face cam? We can aim high.
But I don't know. Wait, I don't know if you heard me, but I said we should like Florida and do like one IRL stream.
Oh, I didn't. Were you mute? Because I asked you, and then you said nothing for like
Yeah,
a minute.
I think I was muted for a little bit.
We can do that.
Hell yeah.
Lacey and Brian in real life stream. Let's go.
Lacey and Asian Jeff.
Why are you gonna include Asian Jeff? You just say Jeff.
That's his name. That's a gamer tag.
What do you want? You want to put Albanian Lacey?
I mean, yeah, I don't care.
What are you targeting on ES again?
Hourly gap, 5974. I'm just more so watching NQ as well. If we do drive into that low and high, so I'll just base my
Yeah.
ES straight off that. Because if we just see like a hard pivot off it, I'll just trail out. My stop's now at 50%.
It's very hard to get any trade in right now, especially for a loss. I feel like it'd be crazy long right now.
Yeah, the best you can do here is just ride continuation. But like with the type of session that we've had and how up and down it's been tough. It's kind of tough here. Unless you're like ultra convinced and draw higher, and you're willing to more so adjust stop a bit wider. It's like the only way to go about this, I feel. Yeah, I think the Knicks take it home today. I do think so. They got blown out last game, but I think they take it home. One thing's for sure, though, they're not going to get blown out in the Garden. Knock on wood, obviously. If they lose today, good chance Boston takes the series, which is crazy to say. Boston's better without Tatum. You know what that reminds me of? Remember when Isaiah Thomas was like benched or something like that, and they played better? Like that's kind of reminds me of. Nah, it's just one game. LANTO, that Twitch streamer. Yo, I'm about to pull up where you're at and just freaking slap you. Nah, I don't really care.
Is LANTO Indian? He's the same as Desi. Desi's Albanian actually, and LANTO's Indian.
Yeah, I am from Jersey.
We held this area in the 1 minute here. I think we can still go for another pop line queue here. That's what it looks like it's about to do.
Could we just rip? Just hit that 5974 level.
This is like actually nothing for me right now. You see anything you like, I guess, to start like separate from your ES trade, just a new additional one?
I do think we trade higher. It's just been with just the delivery in today. I feel like, I don't know, like if you have like good risk parameters, if you have solid risk and you keep risk tight, like you could take. I feel like you'd take a trade here. The potential of you getting wicked out before seeking validation is likely, just because we've just been so up and down. Like I still think we draw higher, but I think the risks, like your R focus today, has to be less driven. Like I think risk parameters and just having a bit wider of a stop makes sense today, just because we've just been so up and down. So we might see a bit of a sell, but I do think we drive up higher.
Yeah, I don't mind that. If we can wick down a little bit and flip back up, then I will like a long entry.
Yeah, it's just been steady. Like specifically with ES, it's just been one, a new move into a new high, and then just a retracement back down. A move into a new high, retracing back down. So it's just been steadily inclining. Why is chat obsessed with me showing my face? Guys, why do y'all care so much?
You know why? It's because I showed my face. And I was like, they're like, who's next? Who's next? We need to see it.
Nar.
Any details on why you didn't take Lanto's long? I think your long on ES was like, was it when was it like a few hours ago?
Early in the morning, yeah. Around like
Yeah,
10:30,
I
10:30 ish.
was probably in bed still.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just been such a tough hold today. Why would he take my long? You know, he's his own trader. He doesn't have to take my long.
I'm a signal about Lanto. It's just been pushing pretty well upside right now. Mainly on ES, and Q still following suit right now. Just a little bit lagging. We did sweep in turtle high. ES took high, basically the high of the week right now. And we're just pushing. Next 15-minute closure. We don't really have anything to base even the 15-minute. Let's see. Kareem said we long it or what? It's long buys, but I'm not gonna long up here. It's probably no trade error for me until we get like a really good sweep. If it's longs, if we're looking for bullish moves, I'll likely look at ES more than NQ. But we need to see a good sweep first. This is pretty tricky here. Something about it though, I feel like I want ES just to mark out a high somewhere and start flipping down and just drag NQ to the gutters for the rest of the day. Maybe even flip the daily on NQ. We need to close under 400 to close down. United Healthcare is actually pumping pretty goddamn well. Oh, look at Kier. You know, Brett Semba was the one who told me to buy it. I was down like 5% on it. And now this should be up like a few percent now. Looking pretty good on it. I was literally down. I had like, I think 30,000 and I was like down 2K on it. And now I'm up about 1,000. Not bad. I was losing hope too. I was like, damn it, Brett Semba, you gave me a bad call. You guys remember that during our duo stream? He just called. He's like, buy Kier, buy Kier. It did dump pretty hard more though. And then United Healthcare. It's the same one that the Luigi guy shot the CEO. I looked at their stock. Have you seen the stock, Lanto? It was like 500 or 600.
Oh, Luigi guy shot the CEO? Huh?
Is that his name, Luigi? The guy who shot like the healthcare, insurance healthcare guy?
Oh, well,
You remember that?
No, I actually don't. Honestly, don't.
It was like kind of all over the news during the time because it's like I think this guy, this little like, young adult, he was something happened. It was like his relative maybe got denied healthcare, so he just went over. He stalked the CEO, found him, and then put a bullet behind his head, and ran away. I think he got found in a McDonald's or something.
Oh, the guy with the
case.
suppressed gun. The guy with the suppressed gun.
What do you mean suppressed gun?
that-
Oh yeah, I think so.
His gun was suppressed, right? Yeah. I know what you meant.
He shot him in the back of the head. the same stock.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
They're down pretty bad right now.
I took us back to a star.
He's
I just have bad memory. I just have bad memory. That's all.
But yeah, I think, and then something recent happened. I think it was maybe they got investigated or something, and the stock just went down, down, down. Like it's like down like 50% or something this past. Let me just check it again. So it's down pretty bad right now. So it was last month it was at 600. Now it's like it went to 250. So it was like down more than 50% in a month. And this is like a huge like I think it's like top 10 or maybe like top 15 in market cap.
No clue. I only trade indices.
Dude, I don't know if it's top 5.
I don't know the last time I've taken a trade outside of ES and NQ. It's been years. I think the last trade I took was Pfizer back in COVID.
I like to at least look at some tech like Tesla or Nvidia, Apple, just to buy them or look at them because they're like the top. They're the big movers of NQ even. Not to look at it during while I'm trading, but just to see where they at. Yeah, we're just pushing again. We didn't take out the AM high yet.
I mean, I felt like NQ was gonna tag its line on high before ES would trade into that 59.74 hourly gap. But at this pace, it just looks like ES might take out that target before ES or NQ even takes that London high, which is good in a sense.
Still very, very slow here.
A little ripper. See what these cons are sitting at. I'm up 11K on these. I'm just trailing these as they go.
United Healthcare is 15% of YM. Holy crap. Was YM getting dragged? Now it's pumping because they're gonna bounce. Yeah, I bought United Healthcare at 255, I think 254. Sold at 260 and 265, and damn, paper handed a little bit, just a little bit. I only bought it because Brett was talking about it. I was like, okay, I'll just get it. Let's see, with like a 3-4% reversal. There's that 930 high there. On NQ, I want to see how far we can push though. I'm not sure if we get London highs. Though. I guess we could.
Yeah, it's still a hefty task, it seems. We might reject that hourly on ES before we even tab into that London high on NQ, which is crazy. That's how, bro. The divergence is massive today.
Yeah. Now, like, yeah, NQ is like pushing now.
Yeah, once 5974 gets taken, no matter what, I'm gonna flatten there on my SPX. No. How about Ethereum, baby?
Is Ethereum pumping too?
Not right now, but overall, yeah.
You make me so forward with Ethereum because I literally saw you buy it like 1500, something like that. It is at like 2700 at one point.
Yeah.
2700 is like, what? Do you guys just pump like that much, that short of a time? It's crazy.
Yeah. Like or that Ethereum thing will probably go down as my best trade all time. Just because.
Yeah.
Would you consider that a trade or just an investment, or just both?
I feel like it'd be a trade because like unless you're holding it for years and years, which I don't know.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at TP already. Like what's your TP like if it pops over 3,000 or something? Like 100%?
Yeah, 2913 is the monthly gap fill, but if we like blast through it, I might just trail and hold.
That would be like a very short trade too. If you think about it, just like
yeah, like a 2-month trade. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just say it's like a long swing.
Has it been 2 months? I thought it was like under a month so far.
Yeah, I bought April 7th, so it's been 5 weeks.
Oh, okay. That was like during the time when like
Tariffs,
NQ was
yeah.
also dumping like 5%
Yep.
every day.
Yep.
Crazy time. You could have literally buy anything, and
Yep.
I was like, I think me and Desi were more on buying like NQ or just like individual stocks, and then you were buying crypto, and then we saw like a 10% day, and we're like, look at that, this is the better investment right now. But now we saw Ethereum recently just like 10%, 5%, 10%.
Oh yeah.
This nuts. Table has
I didn't
turned.
even I didn't even expect that divergence flip as well. Like Ethereum's been outperforming Bitcoin by a lot recently. That's good, obviously. I didn't expect that, but Ethereum was just such a discount. It just made sense to buy there. I bought and I posted on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh no, we're going sub $1,000."
You're gonna
Or someone,
we're going to zero.
someone posted a chart. He's like, "We're down 54% in the past year. What makes you want to buy Ethereum?" And I'm like, "Dude, like,
I feel like
it's a
when I see
simple."
it down that bad, it makes me want to buy it.
But yeah, that mindset's only through proven assets.
Yeah.
That perform well typically through a long duration of time. When there's a proven asset and heavy discount, like I'm talking about a proven asset. For me specifically, I only mainly invest into the top two tickers, like crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then what do you call it? Stock market, NQ and ES, right? That's just more so what I look at. When those are at heavy discount, like you'd be foolish not to buy in.
Mm,
That's really what it is.
but you know what'd be funny? Like those guys who said, what makes you bullish here? They're probably trying to buy it like right now. They're like, it's
Yeah.
so bullish, I gotta buy it here. When it's like up,
Yeah.
rebound like 70, 80% already.
Yep.
I kind of want ES to just establish that high right now and start getting a nice closure on the 5. We haven't seen a nice closure yet to flip it down. Even for retracement, like I don't even mind like if we don't get the short, we can just sweep somewhere, get a nice retrace down, then flip back up, and I'll look for longs in. It's very hard now. So how you guys feeling? Are you feeling more bullish or bearish here? Short term, like the next 30 minutes to an hour. It's like that's kind of our main focus right now. Bearish, bullish, bullish.
Why is everyone bearish?
Shit.
I'm
I'm just
not
waiting
bearish.
for a flip. I'm waiting for a
Yeah,
nice closure.
I'm
Be
not bearish
bearish.
until price shows us it.
Well,
It-
I'm kind of like I usually ask that when like they're just anticipating. So like the next 30, 40 minutes, like do you think we're gonna keep on pushing higher or retrace back down? Short term, they probably
Yeah.
looking at a move down.
Yeah, that's what I kind of expect. Well, I expect a bit higher, like that overnight, or it's not overnight. The overnight low that we took out through New York, like the low day that we put in makes complete sense in my opinion. So like a drive higher would make sense. I think though, like if I'm being completely honest, I think high of day and low of day. Once we do put on that top, I think high of day and low of day are in. So there's not gonna be much to trade.
Yeah,
So
I guess
I
we
think that
could go ahead.
I think that low of day stays low of day.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna be looking for lows like that. I'm just looking for a retracement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't know. I know. Dude, Ethereum's so free.
Next crash, you and Dono can let me know when to buy. Follow you guys.
Dude, just in heavy discount, just buy it, dude. People like they're so fearful because they're like, oh, it's already dumped so much.
I was
Dude, it's
booty loaded up on tech though, which I kind of paper added a little bit in hindsight because you see like a 10% pump in one day. Trump said, I don't know what was it? Like Trump said something, and Nasdaq was up 10%. I'm like, I gotta just like shelf everything. Everything's just gonna be sold right there, which I could have easily rebought because it did come back down, like retrace like 7-8%. But I was happy.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, 8th all-time high this year. I don't know about that, but
What's all-time high? Is it like 4,000 or something, or 3,500?
yeah. Is it? Yeah,
Which
it's
one?
just over 4,000, I believe.
Oh, what about XRP? Are you still do you still have XRP? I remember you were
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cracked there too.
Yeah, XRP is just more so been a bit flat. Like we're holding, but we're not really doing much.
What's the chances like Bitcoin in the next like 2 to 4 years, let's say, like 3 years average, Bitcoin becomes 200K?
Likely.
Really? Damn, that would give me so much FOMO. I'm like, I saw Bitcoin at 5K, 10K, 20K. Now it's at 200.
I mean, 200 is a big. I see 150.
150 is still big
Uh,
too.
yeah, 200 in the next 2 to 4. I mean, we'll most likely do believe we'll, because the only way I feel like crypto is just not going to be good long term is if there's just like some heavy regulation that just goes really against it.
Hmm.
Like crypto's free, like free money in terms of
Trump
investment
Trump
wise.
likes Bitcoin or in crypto in general, right?
Yeah.
That's good. He's in office too, so he's gonna say everything bullish about it. What if the government starts their own? Is that possible for them to start their own cryptocurrency, and then that would kind of hurt whatever is existing?
Trump kind of did that with this meme coin, you know?
But like official one, like the United States coin or something, or
I
like
don't
he
know.
would he would regulate it, or not regulate it, but he makes it like enforce, like you have to use this coin
I,
or
I mean,
something.
I think the main point of why people use crypto in the first place is because it's not regulated. That's mainly
Mhm.
it. Um, so I mean, it's still in that phase to where like I don't know, it's kind of lenient, but I don't know. I'm surprised like there hasn't been any big regulations yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If we get a 5 minute closure under this looks nice because we get the 5 minute inversion and then 5 minute chase to delivery with that sweep already. We just need to see with this closure. I don't know if we will though. This feels like a retracement for higher. Let's see if we get that nice flip. Yep, yep. Let's see. 2 more minutes for a closure. We're already turning back up. I need to see this closure first before I can even make an action.
Yeah, this isn't looking like the most bullish, but we'll see.
I think just this day would get easier if we just establish that high and like we'll kind of be more like I think choppy. Like the high would be in, the low would for sure be in. We're just gonna be back and forth and we get some trading. The next candle here at 145. I think I want to see what happens here. And even then, like if we get this, we'll get likely a nice bearish 15-minute down close candle. I like the previous in low as a target. Oh, what is that? What is that? Let's see. So 40 per seconds, and then we might be able to see like a somewhat of a start of a short setup, which it does is doing a lot of things that I want. Like when I draw my arrow, took out the AM 930 high. We're about to flip here. Any retrace, I would play for lower. No closure yet though. 15 seconds. Pretty much a good closure there, actually. Chat, what do you guys think? I know Lanto's still bullish, but I might be looking for a flip back down now. I think this is like a very pivotal moment where I want to start trying to look for that short setup. And it'll be on NQ. So this next retrace here, most likely to this 5 minute inversion, especially where I'm gonna look at it. And it'll be on NQ, guys. So we got a 5-minute tap in here. I'll try to build this short in right now. I'm gonna keep the stop basically if we get a move. Try to like above 930 open here. I wouldn't want price to come back above the after taking the 930 high. So let's start building this short up. Where's the stop? Basically looking for something the other way. Where's a short? Gonna keep it like this. If we get a closure above the 5-minute, of course I'm gonna not like either. But bare minimum, like I said, the target was at least a 15-minute low.
Yep.
This 15-minute low here. We're just still at the area here.
So what's your perspective here? Do you want to see lower or do you want to see higher now?
I want to see at least a drive to that pre 15-minute low at 444. So it's just short-term bearish. It could just completely sell off more, but right now with that 5-minute closure, 5-minute inversion too, I'm going for lower. I'm playing shorts right now.
Bet.
It's just still bouncing back and forth right now.
Yep. It's quite choppy.
Maybe put it above here, 70s actually. Give it more spaces, more of a 5-minute setup.
See, I don't hate this trade, just from my perspective. It's just the high that we put in isn't really a massively convincing high for me. Like if we were to more so turn around like this, off say like NQ takeout London high, or yes, fulfilling a higher time frame of bounce, it'd make more sense. But I mean, we can see this happen. I'm not trying to shake you out of your own trade, you know. I still think we could trade lower, but
yeah, let's just see. Let's just see, mama. Let's just see. Go with the chat buys. Chat buys is also undefeated.
Chat model trade.
Yeah, basically, I don't think I want it above the 930. I'm gonna try to keep it like hovering, stop around like the 930 open, 470 as well. Just like kind of like an 8 to 10 point stop on this. And first TP target would be that low here. And so, and we do have some like triple lows on ES here. So I'm in it and I'm trying to see what we can do with it. If you didn't get the retracement on this version, this also very similar would be that entry on the chain state delivery. It'd be kind of the same thing, right? Keep on mixing this up. Which one is a short? There we go. You're still looking at the same target.
Quite choppy.
So choppy, man.
There you go.
I really want to see this 15-minute low get tagged, the bare minimum, but also watching very closely on these lows on ES. Nothing yet.
That 1 minute on ES just looks brutal. That's just pure chop.
Still back and forth. Damn. Come on. We need some magnets, guys, right? We need some magnets right now.
There you go.
Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
There you go.
Dude, what I tell y'all guys? We undefeated. We literally are undefeated still. If we can continue selling off, I wanted to see the next internal low. That was like the first TP because it's like about 1.5 RR, but like I'm not fully convinced this is bearish yet. At like bare minimum, I want to see this turn for either retracement or something. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Guys, type one, guys. Type one. Who took that trade?
Beautiful move, Brian. Pretty beautiful move.
Beautiful move. I have one left, and I am gonna just see if we can. I don't want to see a retap in chase day delivery again. I have that's my green right now. If it comes back 56, I'll just be completely out. I could keep that stop, but I'm not fully bearish yet. But very good drive. This is such a simple drive. We could see like a lower drive still, or even a flip, but you know, it's very clean scalp. Some people, you know, it was funny too. Romeo doing like the CRT. This is like very basic power 3-2. Like you have a candle here. We sweep it down, close candle. And I guess if you want to think of this like as a turtle soup or something, very similar, but I didn't really think of that. I just want to see like we take the turtle high, we confirm, we see a setup on the lower time frame, which is the 5 or the 1. This case is 5 minute because 5 minute closure below, 5 minute inversion, validate, change the delivery, validate. We just want to put a stop right above where both would fail. So like if you use this change the delivery, this is a learning lesson here. The midpoint of it, so like 464, 463, you don't want to see it come back up above there, especially a close above there. And you combine them, so change the delivery, inversion. You can even kind of call this a breaker. I wouldn't probably call this a 5 minute breaker though. But pretty good there. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. People don't believe it, but like we had back-to-back winners every single day of the week in last week. So if I don't take a single more trade today, we were gonna be dubbed up.
Yeah, catching a payment like you just did, super impressive.
This is what I took on Apex. It's like literally 15 points, like a 10, 8-point stop. Short, the chain state delivery, 57. Just one contract on Apex because I'm getting payouts on them. I don't need to go big. I took more on Top Step and others, but short 57, stop was 70, I think. So like 12 points. 42, boom, base hit, secured. And you multiply that with 20 accounts, guys, it adds up. Let me see what. Yeah. $15 points is like $300. $300 on multiple accounts. You made a lot of money there. Do you mark it in? I don't mark it. I use limit orders. 90% of my trades are limit orders. And if you were kind of like unsure like how we get the entry, this trade has been, the entry sat there for like 5 candles. So we already got confirmation on 145, and we just kept, we went back and forth for quite a while before we actually dumped. So you had plenty of opportunity. I still have in my top step just to let this ride.
So.
And this is gonna be the market I thrive at. If we think that highs are put in, we think lows are put in, we're gonna be choppy. We're gonna be range bound, and I tend to thrive in those conditions because I'm gonna play both sides. Good trade, but it's crazy. We're talking about 50 points like that. Shows how hard the short is right now. I still have the runner going. It never hit this back to chain state delivery, so we still have this on top step. Now it's proceeding closer to 20 points, and now we hit 20 points, and we're gonna see if we can get 28 now. That's gonna be my final target most likely.
Yeah, 15 points, 50 points, 100 points, no matter what. It's just the R approach.
It does. Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically, that's the game. And then you think about risk reward. My first stop was 8 points. I kind of moved it to 10. That's it. That's so tight. That's at max stop too. Like if we got a closure above this 5 minute, it would have been like a 5-point stop. but this is about to pay nearly 3R if we get this.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful short. I mean, like, you look at that 5-minute sequence. This is the best sell that we've seen all AMs. It's the low that we've put in.
Yeah, and I played NQ. If you played ES, let me just calculate this. This would have been like 5 points. You played NQ 20. I guess they're moving very similar. I would already anticipate the NQ would have been the violent one, the one that moves more aggressively, but I guess that's not the case right now. TGIF target. I think if anything, this is like an area where I think we could bounce at. So if it gives a nice 15-minute closure, this would be like something like this closure under these wick lows. Then we can prepare for lower. But right now, it's more of like a scalp retracement after taking a high. I'm not too eager. What is your win rate? I shared my win rate actually on Twitter today. Just based off like majority of my stats. Let me see. It was about like 70%, give or take, and then 1.5 RR. Because I'm not too much of a big target guy. Like some people enjoy going 2R, 3R, 5R. I tend to just go slightly above 1. And sometimes I hit 2. Dude, prop firms are gonna shut me down soon. You have like 1,800 viewers. Everyone's copying the same trade. We have such a high win rate, and we're doing base hits. They're gonna shut me down soon. They'll be like, we need you to stop streaming. Because if I'm getting like 100K payouts, 6-figure payouts, basically, it's possible. It's like I'm basically broadcasting all my executions, my entry, my stop, everything. And at one point, they'd be like, hold up, you're hurting us now.
Tight.
They're like, please, can you just not call entries anymore? Or, I guess a shady one would be like, can you just alert a bad trade? So they can make some money out of it. What do you think about LANTO? Like, let's say you went on a burner like a whole month. You have you have a lot of people in your Discord too. Everyone take your same trade. What do you think the prop would think?
That was part of the issue. Remember last year?
Oh yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess that does relate to it.
Yeah, part of the issue like the issue I had with Apex, was the fact that people were copy trading. So, I forget what it was. Something about they like
Similar
pulled
trades.
up a stat line. They pulled up a stat line, and there was over I think 40 to 50 people out of my like past 80 trades that I had in the accounts. I think like over 70% were followed. On these certain people.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, so they like when they put my account under, I forget what they did, the investigation. That was mainly it.
All right, chat. No more alerts for Brian Song. I'm retiring. Avex or some firm's gonna shut me down. They'd be like, nope. You have 300, 400, 500 viewers copying you. We're losing too much money. You're sharing your trades. That's why I feel like I don't like the idea of giving exact entries. I give you the idea of just the trade itself. So like, if we come back to the inversion is like 5-7 points, or let me see this case. It's like anywhere from here. You could take it the top of it. You could take it before it, right above. It's like a 5-point kind of entry box. And if I feel like if I give like exact entry, exact stop, that would be way too correlated. And that's what I tend to do. Just give you like a general idea. Like if it comes back up, if it closes here and we do get a retrace, we're gonna slap this down. Sumo said, "You do not look how you sound." I heard that so many times. I'm taking it as a compliment, but that'll be it. Rai said, "I took the trade before you, so I think it's fine." Yeah, I mean that's fine, but like you just realize like there's 800 people. Not everyone's gonna take the same trade, of course, but like we could say at least like 50 people, 100 people take the same entry stop is going to be the same because I tell you guys my exact stop. Entries maybe vary by a few points. TP could also vary because sometimes I could take the first TP, I could take it all out, or I could hold for others. But I guess once the stream gets bigger, once we have like 1,500, 2,000 people, that's going to be a very bad thing for some firms. Maybe they'll even not let me share my trades anymore. Then we have to go trade cash accounts, which is fine. Like, I want to ask you about this, Lanto. What do you think about this take I made on Twitter? I said, I'm trying to go based on memory. I said, prop firm doesn't make. I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it back.
Ready, bet.
Props don't make you a trader; they force you to become one. What do you think about that?
Props don't make you a trader. Yeah, in a way, yeah. Because I mean, a lot of people don't like the fact that firms are kind of just like they're tight with rules, but it kind of like forces you to be disciplined, you know? See, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the aspect is like it doesn't matter how you like if you trade cash account, fake account, whatever. You just have like such a big stat line. Like if you're going for base hits, like it's translating to my Robinhood. Like everything I do on Apex, I'm doing my cash account. I'm doing it on my Robinhood, and it's like all the similar stat line. It's kind of crazy. Someone said PW has 4K copy trading him. Dude, you want to compare my stats to Patrick, bro? He's a degen trading. They want people to copy trade him. But I'm the type of guy who encouraged risk management. I like that trade. We did like a 8 to 10 point stop. That was that tight. And we do that probably this whole past like 2 weeks. It was like very tight stops on everything. So, yeah.
Brian's a good trader. But he's proven it, right? You can't really... I don't know. You can't really fake being on the leaderboards. You can't fake certain things.
You can't fake payouts either. Like, because you remember Brandon, the Apex bot? He's like, I got 2 million payouts. You got Daryl Mark come out and be like, that's Photoshop. No, you don't. You don't have that anywhere close to that profits.
That's crazy. When the CEO... Daryl never speaks out. When the CEO, when Daryl comes out and says it's not, like, you know you don't fucked up.
Yeah.
Daryl never comes out and says anything.
Yeah. Just imagine this, though. Like, we were talking about 50, 100 people. What if we just have, like, 10 people? Like, imagine you or me have 10 people, 20 counts each. That's 200 counts. We could do damage. Because if I'm doing 100K payouts, mostly on Apex alone, times 10, that's like $1 million per month. And you could argue, like, their margins are good still, but, like, that's only one person. 10 people, basically. So you just times that by 10... potentially 10 million right there just on 100 people.
Yeah.
It's like when you're that consistent and just doing base hits or even just doing trading well on a firm and growing up, you multiply that by 10, you're doing a lot of damage. You multiply that by 20, it just keeps on going worse for the firm. And Apex maybe can handle like some of these damages, but like a small firm, like I guess like Tradeify or My Fund of Futures, like $1 million profits, like 10 people would hurt them. Or I guess they don't have 20 counts though. Someone on Reddit said Tops have paid out 55 million this month. Where would you get that data from? But yeah, it's just ideas because like if you just base my trades, because all of my trades recorded, this last 2 weeks, we had like 10 trading days. I think I skipped one of them, so 9 trading days. We were all green on 9 days in a row. That could be already like one big payout right there.
Like pyramid in? What does pyramid mean? Or I mean, do I scale like, into?
I think it's the opposite of DCA. So you're like adding into it when you're positive.
No, not really. I don't really do that. I don't fancy it. I just like a one-time entry and then I just enter and just let it pay out or play out.
Would you rather, or I guess 2 questions. Would you rather first, and then what do you think is better, DCA or pyramid? So add when you're green, add when you're red.
I have to say pyramid because anytime I DCA, it's never a good thing.
That's what I'm saying too. Is like DCA for me is always more likely bad than good.
Yeah.
But I never get the chance of pyramiding because I feel like it'll just hit my TP or something.
Yeah. I mean, pyramids, I feel like that only works if like you're zooming out through like
like swings. That'll be good.
Yeah.
I've done that before, but I just DCA way more than pyramid, which I feel like to me, pyramiding would be more profitable because you're adding when you're right, while DCA you're adding when you're wrong, or I guess more just depending on your stop.
Yeah. And just the model I trade to as well. It's just like we either see validation off the trade, or we typically just go to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like to trade like specifically with inversions. I like select inversions with like certain type of confirmation, so that like it's typically with speed and momentum. So we either see price just run to TP, or we see price typically just hit stop. So I feel like DCing will kind of be weird.
How would you add to a trade when your stop is 10 points? My TP is not 10 points. My stop is 10 points. My TP is usually 15, 20 plus. But I guess, if your stop is 10 points, let's say the trade goes 30 points, you can just add back in more to go for a bigger hit. If you're still like, convicted on that narrative. I've done that before though, but it was very rarely. Like, it would be like a 20-point stop, 15-point stop, let's say. And I'm going for like a 100-point move, and we're up like 30, 40 points already, like nearly 2R or 2R already, and then we add another one, and you just move your stop to green stop.
Mm-hmm.
You have a son? Lanto's my son, guys. Lanto said he doesn't want his face out. He rather puts his father out, and that's me.
GG. I mean, you are about a decade older than me, so.
That's why Lanto sound like that. He's not even, fun fact, Lanto's like 12.
Yeah? That's funny because your face cam says you're 13, buddy. All right, buddy.
14. Yeah, I'm big brother status.
Dude, yeah, we're definitely we definitely look way younger than we are.
No, this is not it. You trade only PM session? Mostly. I tried Asia too. Asia for me this week, I guess. I think it's this week, or maybe just this month. It's just been really bad for me. April, March has been like really good, but just this month, I don't know what it is. Asia's like, we just trend so aggressively. And I'm like, okay, this looks good. I'm gonna try to join the trend. It stopped trending. And then when I think it's gonna not trend and just flip here, it just pushes through it.
Yeah, I feel like you typically have a good idea behind how Asia's gonna trade based on how New York trades. If New York isn't
been crazy bad.
Yeah, if New York doesn't trade the best, I feel like Asia. I mean, a lot of the past couple of nights have been decent, but then yet again, you go back to the first half of this week, and we've just been very consolidation prone. I feel like opens through all sessions have been quite bad. Specifically, New York this week, dude. New York this week, off opens like 9:30 a.m. opens, have been so consolidation prone. Just straight equilibrium. That's what we've done. It's just straight chop.
Yeah.
But then we'll eventually have our move. Like, bro, today was by far the hardest trading day of the week for me, because I've just, had to hold a trade I'm still holding this for freaking hours. Typically, I got an average trade for me last like 15, 20, 45 minutes. Max about 45. Maybe sometimes, I don't know, maybe sometimes a little bit over. Dude, I took the trade at 10:30 and I'm still holding. It's 2 p.m.
Yep. Someone said, if you didn't trade, what would you do for income? If you didn't know, me and Lanto was doing some shady things back before we started trading. You want to share about that?
Yeah, you want to talk about the FaceTime call?
The FaceTime call when you were butt naked and you were making a video so you can get some money from your sugar daddy? That one?
I was butt naked.
They said, put this on. Send me a video. I'll give you $1,000. Lanto's like, okay. I'm gonna need that to trade.
What do you think I am, Marlon? Hell no. Nah. Let's not talk about the FaceTime, bro. Remember I was in Miami and I called you up. What'd you do? Tell me what you tell me what you did. Tell me you did on
That's
FaceTime.
crazy. That's crazy.
Man. Well, I'm not gonna get into detail, but you guys, just know I was freaked out. I got Brian's a freaky ass motherfucker.
What?
He's very freaky.
Let me post a link that we're on here. Dude, I think everyone left Friday. People probably went red already, and they're like, "We're not going to trade Friday."
Yeah, I could definitely see people being red today. I mean, I feel like I don't know if I traded any bit or any sloppier today, I'd probably be red too.
We need to do a poll, guys. Let's see, because that's like basically my first trade this today, and well, came out green.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys like the stream. We'll do some few giveaways today.
Looks like there's a bit of a flip here. IQ's leading a little bit. Off the low, just a little 100 low that we put in. All right, chat question. Do we think high of day and low of day are put in now, or
I feel like it's either put in or high is also likely. Low is definitely put in. I think low swept like was it both session overnight lows? That's clean already. We're just arguing if the highs are kept in or not. And this trade was not really looking for like a full reversal. It was like literally a retracement. And like I said, I think this area here is a potential reversal area because we just hit this OB. I'm like, I don't know if we can really keep on pushing here.
Mm-hmm.
If we get through this, like I said, though, I think that we move lower, but this is the pivotal moment.
I just want to see further validation. I just want to run. We can reverse back down. Just hit 59.74 prior.
Someone said bring on TT in the near future. T-Trades is he likes his face hidden just like Lanto. I guess you showed her face before. No one has seen T-Trades, so he doesn't want to be doxxed.
You literally pulled me up on stream and said I was lazy. Chat, who remembers that?
Listen, Chad agreed though. It wasn't like I was lying. Chad was like, you know what? I see it. That does look like Lacey. I'm like, see?
TJR. The one thing about TJR is, like, I don't know if he's completely legit. I mean, I'm not saying he isn't, but I do fuck with his personality. I do like that because I am a little weird as a person. I'm outside of trading. I might not put it on, but when I'm off the charts and chilling,
we already talked about your past, bro. That past you have is crazy.
Yo, Brian, I'll bring up the FaceTime log right now.
See, he always pulling that.
Yo, chat. Why was he telling me to count down on FaceTime? And he was showing his like cam in a weird position. And he was telling me to count down. He was telling me to count down. Chat.
Count down what? See, that's how you know he's making it up. Lacey out here wilding.
Nah, I'm talking shit.
Do we get long somewhere down here, chat?
Let's see, run the high. These in the money calls are moving so slow, but I don't mind it.
Put on Kanye's new song for the background.
Anyone in chat still long bias? You caught a really nice short, but I still want to see higher.
I think this is going to be since that 15-minute held here. We have a good opportunity to really come back up here. How do we join this in? Like even the low time frame, the 1 minute, I'm not sure how to join that long there. How do we do this? It has to come back down to this breaker for me to even look at it.
We gotta tap the 5 minute. Dude, price has been so sloppy today. We're just working consistently. Feel like there's lower time frames to where it's like invalidate all potential PD arrays that could form. So it's just been so like today, bro. I always take entries off the 1 and the 5. Today I took a 2-minute gap entry. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. Like
No PD arrays.
PM's range is so far from high to low from 1 PM moving forward has been 60 points, and that trade we took was like 30. That's like 50% of that PM range already. That's just to put it in perspective.
That's insane.
So we can't really ask for like a 60, 70 point move. That would be the whole range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when y'all see PD arrays, just like potential PD arrays, just consistently get wicked before that like creation. That's just bad price. Bad price. It's just a range day overall.
Chat. Who else do you know who's been live trading like this, man? Hitting these rates, win rates. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Starboy.
Starboy. Where is he? He's broke. He had the opportunity to just be loaded very early, but
Howard Rosato's a really solid trader. I made a quote tweet about him a couple weeks ago. Really solid. He takes the approach on the live funds, as I do, which is really why I like him. Yeah, he's really solid. He's also a fellow Jersey native.
ooh.
Yep, Jersey gang, we up. Jersey gang, we up.
Dirty ass Jerseyans.
Yo, you're from Florida, bro.
Florida, land of what are we known for? The beaches, vacation.
You're known for hurricanes.
Land of hurricanes.
You're known for evacuation spots. You know what Jersey's known for?
Homelessness.
Everything.
Crime rate.
We have the city up north. We have the shore down south, and we got the baddest. We got the baddest females. I'm not trying to curse.
Is that true, chat? Can someone vouch for that?
Should I say that? And I have no. I got no fucking bitches, bro.
Home of the state income tax, where it's like top 5 in the state.
Yo.
Yep.
Good thing I don't pay taxes. No, I'm kidding.
Where Florida's 0. Think about that. Think how that changed your life. Chat. Where would you rather live? Would you rather live in Florida or New Jersey? Real quick.
Well, Florida.
Type in chat.
Duh.
No, I want to hear chat.
Bro,
if you were to live permanently, not vacation, just like live there for all the right reasons. Yeah, look, dude, there's like 90% saying Florida right now.
Dude, of course everyone's gonna say Florida. Florida. Guys, chat. Type what in chat if anyone who's saying Florida right now would only live in Florida because of the weather. It's because of the weather. It's not really much.
I don't know, man. I mean, compared to Jersey, you're comparing it to dirt.
Bro, like if I had to choose, I'd live in Florida just because of the weather. It's consistent,
All right,
you know?
minus the weather. Disregard the weather. How about now? You wouldn't?
Florida would be good. Florida would be a good vacation spot, but it wouldn't be somewhere I'd live if the weather wasn't as good as
We're talking permanently living there, like 20 years plus.
Oh no.
Actually, honestly, I'm Empire Steve said the same thing. I just don't like the heat in Florida. I'd rather be colder. But I think the vibe is nice here. Like the culture, the people here. I mean, and then 0% state income, man. I don't know what New Jersey is. It's probably like 10%. And I'm pretty sure New Jersey is a blue state. You guys want to look into that too?
So what does that matter, Brian?
Did you vote for Kamala?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think
No.
so.
I don't vote. I'm not into that. Because at the end of the day, whoever becomes president ain't gonna do shit. It's all just a marketing tactic. So what I just do is I sit back, eat some popcorn, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm talking about besides. It's like the people's ideology, basically. I can't like make sense of some liberals. I think you agree too. I think you. I heard you said some wild out of pocket things.
Yo, I'm not gonna get political on stream. All right.
Chat is
Listen.
fine. We were unfiltered here.
I have my reasons, but yeah, I don't know.
Chat, look at this breaker here. I didn't take this there because I'm just like, I'm not loving price action, but if you were looking for longs, that's why I said like it has to at least retrace back inside. Breaker, fair value gap, unicorn entry here. You would put your stop under. This could move up from here.
Hopefully we do see higher. Yes is leading again here. Gotta retap that 1 minute gap at 212 and kind of saw a bit of a nice reaction. I want to see these highs get ran. Alex Linton and like, dude, just no. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm just neutral.
Sure,
like
buddy.
your sign.
Sure, buddy.
I don't know, man. What do you guys think? You guys think
Lance, here's the thing. Lance, what's your pronouns? Chat needs to know.
I classify as a male.
What's your pronouns though?
He.
He, him? Okay. So if you had you know, your high school friend, he identify as Zer. Are you calling him Zer? Or they them?
I would not be friends with such person.
Case closed, chat. Case closed.
Listen. It's nothing about that. I don't listen. You're confusing just like parasocial rejects as opposed to like actual like people who have common sense.
There's correlation, chat. There's correlation.
There's still blue people who make sense. There's still red people that make sense, but there's extremes on both sides.
Yep, but you know, there's tendencies too that liberal side tend to like the pronouns game more.
I mean, I think it's just a fabrication. I just think there's more attention fixated on that because it's such a outlandish thing. I don't know. People just forget. Most people aren't like that. I guarantee there's probably people out there who are democratic and aren't like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always people that's reasonable on both sides. But we talking about some of these people, man. Hopefully chat's not offended. We're just kind of, you know, we all entitled to opinion, but I don't want to always hold back on things, be more unfiltered.
I mean, yeah, I respect the transparency. I think politically wise, it's just it can create so much drama. So it's just
It does, but
like people out there's some sensitive people out there, Brian. You'll say like your political stance, they'll just go crazy.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm here to trade. That's really it.
Yeah, how many people took this breaker, guys? I kind of like framed it up, but I don't know. I'm not really enjoying too much of this price action. I feel like it's very, very slow, which sometimes I like, but like, I don't know. It's just very tough. It's getting me more clear though, because we're actually starting to really push through the inversion and the change delivery. So like the next retrace could be good here. But that breaker retap, man.
59.74. I'm all flat there. That's where my session's done. Like we're able to have this type of discussion or like talk about different things because of how slow price has been.
Someone said, "What if the breaker block identifies a mitigation block?" Like, I guess politics aside, like I feel like that's always so stupid to like make identification like identify as something else than what you supposed to be are, you know, like something crazy. I don't think that's political, is it?
Some said if she was hot as fuck and used pronouns other than she, her, would you pursue her? Okay, what's the objective? Are you trying to have
You
a
trying
fun
to
time? Or
you trying to tie her down? She
Yeah.
checks all the boxes, but she wants to be identified as they them. And she's very stubborn about like that's our deal breaker.
Okay, but if she's bad as hell, I'd have fun, move on. To like
No, you have to tie her down though.
Oh no,
That's
no,
it.
I'm good. I'm good. Respectfully. That's just like I'm not against it. There's tendencies with those type of people. Like not all of them, but there's tendencies.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you're off the coast enough to where you change your pronouns, like what else are you gonna do? That's all.
I think we're gonna push up high. That breaker. This is probably the highlight. The second trade of the highlight here. To flip back up. Pretty tight stop too on this breaker low. We could have even put even the lower to candle closure. Oh, Tyler saying I got a lot of Libby vibes from LANTO. Confirm or deny?
Libby, what's that mean?
He's probably saying like liberal vibes.
Oh, liberal? I think he said Livy. I was like, what?
He said Libby.
No, I'm not a liberal. No.
What if you have a child? You know, you have a son, and he wants to be called they them or trans even transition. How would you what would your stance be on that?
You said someone wants to be called transition.
No. If they transition instead.
Oh, like as in, like opposite.
Son transition to I guess your daughter now. I mean that's common. I feel like that happens to a lot of celebrities. Even Elon Musk has caught one of them.
With all due respect, I don't think I would ever raise my kid to the point where he's able to get to that mind state. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I just think just how I'm gonna raise my child or children will be very Brian, you really got me in a fucking hole here.
Just say what you feel like, man. Just are you gonna try to reason? Like, does it be like more like, are you leaning to like work with them, reason with them, or are you trying to straight them out?
I was taught, or I was like, my parents raised me a certain way. That's just how I'm gonna go about it. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know. You definitely do your due diligence. I'm still really young. I'm not gonna have kids for a while, but I'm like hypothetically, I just feel like raising your kids a certain way, the way I like, is just it prepares your kids for the real world a lot better. You know. So that's just I'm not gonna be the type of person to where I'm just gonna make sure that they really have a good understanding about life, and yeah. and that pronouns really aren't gonna really change anything. That's more so it.
That's right. I'd have pull out the belt. Like, what'd you say, son? What'd you say? You gonna see a 14-year-old beat up whip another kid.
I don't know, man. People would do that. I'm not against it, as long as you don't just come my way and just bother me. You could do you could. A dude could like guys. A woman could like women. You could flip genders. Doesn't matter.
But I guess in that case, wouldn't they also want to push to your, like kind of enforce that like they want you to call them a certain way? So like even pronouns, like you can mind your own business. You let them do whatever, but like they'll get offended if you don't call them the right pronouns, right?
I wouldn't affiliate with them. I wouldn't like be in a situation to where I talk to them like that. That's just my like a pure honesty. I would like it would never get to that point because I would never allow it. You're
My
back.
pronouns are unprofitable. If Brian transitioned, would you still watch his stream? Shit, I feel like I'll lose half my viewership.
I like Brian a lot. I think I'd still watch him.
You still watch him?
Yeah.
That's just I think that's the downside. Like, you know, they just get fed a lot of information, and the key thing is it's just raising your offspring or on how you would want to be raised. Make sure they are
You
not
say offspring?
influenced.
Chat,
Offspring
did you
as
say offspring?
as in your son or daughter, whoever. That's
Offspring?
basically. Is that bad?
Yes. That's like saying how I'm gonna raise my
They're
how I'm gonna
spawn.
raise my fetus. How I'm gonna raise my fetus.
just teach your offspring how raise them right. Make sure they don't get influenced by whoever. Even that's the thing too. The teachers also are very pushy on that now.
What? Nah, there's no way I sound zesty. No, there's probably some words, but I'm. Huh. So now I'm lazy and I sound zesty. Okay.
Lacey, Zesty Lacey. That's a new nickname. We
Zesty
found
Lacey.
it. We found
You know
it.
what? You know actually who else actually sounds zesty, but he's a killer? Chris Eubanks Sr. Yeah,
Who's
exactly.
that?
He's a certified killer.
Chris Eubanks.
Chris Eubanks Sr.
Who's that? Is that like an athlete or something?
Yeah, really known boxer, like crazy in his
Oh.
prime. But he sounds mad zesty.
Someone said Brian definitely have a gay son. No way. No. We're trying to keep it interesting though. Hopefully no one takes offense. We respect people's opinion though. That's for sure. Oh, Brett just texted me saying, Kier, is it pumping? Oh, just doing the same. United Healthcare too. Look at that reversal. 250s all the way up to 90s. I don't know what that is. That's like 10% at least. But I guess, yeah, that's the downside of like, any profession, right? For trading, to say, there's like, I would say like maybe not 50%, but like there's still gonna be a big chunk who would disagree with you, and maybe that would push them away from even watching the streaming, or because they're like, I don't like any of his takes here. But what do you guys think? If you guys like really disagree with what I said, like I guess my ideology or anything, would you still watch me to trade, or would that be a deal breaker where you're like, I'm gonna find someone else because that's it? I feel like if you were to do that, that's where the problem is, because everyone just has their opinions, but you can still have the same profession or just work alongside each other. Ideology has nothing to do with trade. That's what exactly the point is. Yep.
I just prefer not to talk about it, really. I mean, it really doesn't do anything.
The good thing is we're talking about it when price action is like moving like this.
Yeah.
Because if I were to use my mental power just to analyze this price action, I'm gonna get fried. I might make bad mistakes too.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said Lentil's PR trade.
No, trust me. I'm probably farther. If you know me, like actually in real life, I'm the farthest away. I don't like talk about stuff on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. I have receipts, man. Lentil's wild and out.
I am a very wild person, IRL. Like, trust me. I know I sound like I'm locked in when I need to be. You know, I'm chill when I need to be.
He got some dark secrets too. Can't air them out though.
It's just
Someone said thought daughter or gay son. That's always like a big question.
Lento's very paranoid. Why am I paranoid? I don't care enough to just talk about politics. We're here to trade. You know, that's it. Guess our thought daughter.
I feel like it's a challenging question.
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. That's a really hard one. No clue. Kind of has to be off high too a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize ES did that. Let's see. It's just stalling. It's stalling very aggressive right now, which I'm not sure we want to make like a strong high, but I think we're like the range mostly set right now. Unless power is gonna be crazy. All right, besides politics, if you had a child, are you going to teach them how to trade? Or are you going to let them do whatever?
I see someone in chat real quick. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's someone there who came out and wanted to say some set comments about Brian and the fact that he doesn't want on live stream, right? It's funny because now he's back in chat talking chill. You know? Hold on. I'm not gonna say who it is, but there's someone in the chat who was low-key hating, and now they're back in acting like nothing happened.
Just trying to stir shit up.
No, never forget shit.
But if you were to have a child though, would you teach that child your profession, or would you lean like, I guess, would you kind of encourage it more? Or would you let them do whatever they want?
Kind of a combination of both. Like I'd let them do what they want, obviously, ultimately, but I'd like probably introduce them to it.
Boy or girl?
Super hard.
Even a girl too.
Yeah, girl as well.
I wanna see that happen. I wanna like imagine you just have some like many children that they all just killer traders, each one of them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay, we're pumping for this breaker.
Very slow. 5974 chat. I've been holding. This is super slow, but I've been calling for this all day. 5974. I'm all out.
So I said I had two boys, 10 and 9, learning markets daily. That's kind of something I'm looking forward to. But I hope, because I think ICC tried to teach his sons do it, and they have like a lot of conflicts. So I'm not sure how what if they don't like it, or they just resent me or something, like if I push too much. But like, you're so passionate about it, you want to spread your knowledge, make them financially, give them basically a financial skill set too. Because like, trading is also learning about financials and money, creating income and all the other stuff. Not just trading, just be everything. Like you can teach them real estate or whatever income you have. And that's like something you don't really learn from school or anyone else. It's got to be from people who have already have experience.
The best type of people, no matter what industry you're in, are just people who have like non-negotiables. People who just get up no matter what, don't complain, and just do what has to be done. That's really it. That's like the difference between like people who are like successful and not. I feel like it could be any industry, no matter what it is. Like the people who do the best are the ones who think the least about the hardest stuff, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They just get up, do it, no matter what, and take the challenge how it is.
We're bumping here. Here's a new high on Q.
Yep.
You can't teach your kids to have passion or patience. It was impossible for me to coach my girls in soccer. That's also another thing. Like, you're also, when you're teaching them trading, there's so much like tied to it. You're teaching them mental, psychology, patience, discipline, and that carries on in your life. So like, that's something like maybe like that'll be very beneficial for them, and not even just to make money, but like all the other skill sets. Because you can apply that in your real life. Look at that pump. Look at that pump. Damn, this breaker is like pushing now.
There you go. Approaching TP. Oh, around 14K on this. Good.
You said 74 is your target on ES?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was aggressive today, if I liked price action, I would have shorted that earlier, like which we did, and then flipped it long when we came back up with that breaker. I don't know if I was distracted or I just hesitated here. I think I did a little bit both. But hopefully you guys took some of that.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids need to struggle, learn to overcome. We raised a weak race. Honestly, I can't like not disagree with that. I think some people have been more spoiled, and they need some more challenges to really shape them up.
Yeah,
they need a grind. People just want handouts. They want free things. They want to be covered.
As much as it sucks for parents out there, probably like you have to let your kids go through that. I feel like I'm in like no room to speak. 'Cause I'm mad young. I don't have kids, but I feel like that's how I'd take it. You have to let them go through the adversity. Because you raise them, you spoil them, you give them they have no challenges in their life. I know so many dudes who are like 25, 30 now who literally don't do shit with their life because they've just been spoon fed their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
It is partly their problem, but they were raised
it's parents too.
a certain way. Yeah.
And that's for both like rich, like wealthy parents, and also like just like moderate or even more average, just both sides experience it. As I've seen it, people do have that case too.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen one just big impulse sequence. We've just been met with
the range is so
steady
tight.
Incline. Yeah.
I want to see if I get another trade in, but I think I missed the opportunity for long. I'm trying to see if there's another long, but we already took highs for both asset now, so. What happened to the background music? Is the background music not on? I have it on, it says. Put it up a little bit.
Yo, Danny, is that you at Pix? There's someone in my chat today when we were literally dumping. He's like, yeah, we're gonna see a 200-point rip. We're gonna see a massive rip sequence, and he called it.
Yeah.
He even called it. He's like SMT off overnight low, and then just rip. Let's go, Danny.
Where's the midpoint of this here? I see this weekly here. I just want to see where we can go with it. The weekly midpoint here, FAG, is 592. Let's see what we get there. And also, like, I guess we have liquidity at 5. Yeah, so we have both the midpoint and the next internal highs at around like 590s. And that could be the objective early next Monday even. We want to just take that.
He's impulse.
That was such a good retrace back down to flip for like basically consolidate and push for a higher now. So I actually believe in a push higher now. Now that we swept the 50-minute low, retrace that OB, doing like higher. I think we get one more decent pop, and then maybe that'll be kind of like where we just float for a little bit.
That's all I'm looking for. Need a 5-point move higher, and I'm out.
Here we go. Let's see this pump, baby. We're going to see most likely London High get that push here for NQ. And then we got LANTO holding ES for the longest time. You held it even while we're in short. We kind of TP'd, and then you're still holding through it. What was your entry, by the way, on ES? Like much lower, right? You took it AM, like so low down here.
Yeah, it was around that 10:40 2-minute bear scalp that got inverted. That's more so where I longed. I longed exactly
wow.
at
Like
yeah, I
35s?
longed. Yeah, the candle at 10:54 a.m. That's the candle I longed.
It's good. In the 30s.
This is probably the longest hold I've had in a minute.
Damn. As long as like for NQ would have been nicer. It is like 40 points. How do we take this?
I imagine we put in a top though soon, because as soon as NQ takes out that what do you call it? That London high, we should see a bit of a move. So taking profit soon would be smart. We've been calling for 59.74 since like the top of the stream. It's such a tough hold.
I think we're just going for that 920. Just like was it 504 on the NQ. Let's see if we get that. We can get an impulse straight to it, and then I feel like we don't have too much push after. When you enter that breaker setup, we took a short. So while we were short, it worked out well. We I think like 25 points out of it. And this would have been a flip long. I'm not sure if I was fully paying attention because I was still looking for a move lower, but we got that breaker. I marked it out. And then this would have been the only long entry if we come back down to it. I think I just kind of missed it. It's okay. We took one trade so far. That would have been 2 for 2. Like, you can't be too greedy now. You want me to take both the perfect short and the perfect long? What hours your London kill zone? Oh, mine is more unique. I just have it basically. I have it basic future open all the way up to 2. That's like pre-market London, and then from London 2 to 9:30. This is like very different from other people. And then 9:30 New York AM to 1, and for PM's 1 to market close. That's kind of how I have it.
Yeah, I've London starting at 3. But yeah,
3, yeah. But yeah, this is basically pre-market high. It'd be the same thing, same gist. I think we just get one more big impulse coming up here.
So I think we don't from here. For me, it'd be unique if we were to see price just reverse before taking out last objectives. What in chat he said.
Oh,
I forget where it was. Oh yeah, Awoma Uter. I think we done from here. We'll see.
We'll likely do a few giveaways today. How many likes we got, guys? Like the stream up. We'll do a handful today. You know, dumping power. That's what I feel like too. I think we're gonna get one spike, and then power might carry on, and then establish high, and just kind of return back to consolidation.
Yeah, we'll see.
How do you guys feel about being Friday, man? It's Friday. Let me see my Apex payout got approved. It's been a while. Oh, I think I got approved because I have a big spike in my savings account. Like a big spike.
On your savings?
Yeah.
Do you have instant deposits?
I get my Apex payouts through bank. How do you get
Yeah, but
yours?
doesn't it take some time?
No, I got approved like I feel like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
Tyler's at the door.
Chat,
How long does it take for you to hit your bank? I feel like it takes like 2 to 3 business days once it's approved. They'll give you a email basically saying payments sent, and then it takes a few days for it to actually arrive. It just basically hand off to the bank. You see the spike here? We're gonna go for that pre-market highs here.
We're getting closer and closer, just itching at it. I think I can test. I don't know, chat. Let me know. Today's has been super mentally draining. If you traded from AM till now, this has been a tough session.
PM's been pretty chill so far. Slow, tight range, but like you had short setup and you had a long setup. It's very clear for both. But it's Friday, guys. You guys can kick back now. I feel like it's been like a decent long week just because I had like a few things like face cam up, playing things like dual stream, and just trading very patiently, just hitting bangers every day. Been pretty chill. How long were you profitable? When did you quit your job? I actually never had a physical job. I just was in school, and I guess I dropped out. Does that count? 30-year dropout. So if you were basically 1 year away from graduating, would you still drop out? Because I think you dropped out year 1. So it's like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends how much money I'm making.
I don't know. It's like you made 70,000 in 4 months.
Yeah, I'd probably take the risk. Yeah, I'd do that.
I don't regret it. Like I feel like I would regret it if I was, doing bad. I'd be like, shit, I just messed up my basically my graduation and everything I need to do for school and internships and everything like that because I was an engineer. That would have been very tough for me to come back to. And you basically take a whole year off of like not even doing any school related. So like it'd be just tough. What do you think? The same aspect though, like for school, like you haven't touched any books for a year. What about trading? Like if you were just off the grid for a whole year, you come back trading. How do you think you feel? You've been doing something else. You just lived as, I don't know, camping or just vacation for a whole year.
I'd definitely be very rusty for sure. I'd still probably like it. Obviously, probably take me a little while to get used to though. So I'd probably be downsized for quite a while until I eventually get back into it.
A whole year though, I feel like the longest we kind of went off the charts is probably like a week or two, maybe. We're always on it. How did your parents react? Dude, they're really strict too. I just said, I'm just going to do because I'm already old enough. Like, I'm third year. I was about to graduate. I said, I'm doing both. I've been juggling both for a year or 2 years now. I'm going to pull the trigger. And they were both against it, but, you got to make your own decisions. And I was already getting scholarships too. Like, I had pretty good grades. I had scholarships. Like, the school is paid for, so, like, they don't have any, like, they can't just, like, what do you call it, blackmail, saying like, oh, if you quit, we're not gonna fund you anymore. Like I had shit paid for, and I had savings from other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is just basically a setup for
Yeah.
me to just pull the trigger, go all in on it.
Mhm.
Do you feel like the stress made you focus more on trading? When you're going all in, like there's no plan B. So like it's similar to trading, like right now, like I don't want to be there's something on the line. Like if I'm over trading, my fun is on the line. And when that's on the line, my income's on the line. And it's like a ripple effect. You're just gonna try to build it up. You get your agree, Mark is always here, you regret. I think it's like to put more context to it, I was doing both for I think 2 years already. 2 full years juggling both and is like killing myself basically doing it because I had to basically just stay up near exams. I didn't attend any lectures until the exam day or exam week. Then I'll just pull like all-nighters for the weekend straight and try to catch up. Basically fast forward lectures, speeding through it because I was pretty good at school still, but it's like a lot of things crammed together. I just remember like watching like 6, 7 lectures, 8 lectures in the matter of like 2 days and learning everything.
Yep. Dude, that's literally, bro. Oh, don't remind me of it.
Yeah, and the best thing about it, it was COVID, so they were kind of forced to do lectures, recordings. If there was no COVID, I don't think it would be possible.
Dude.
Useless
Do you
to read
remember-
it. Go ahead.
If anyone did, or anyone in the finance part of college or like business administration, like your first year, it's pretty much just textbook work, dude. And I remember, dude, I literally anyone in college like have to use was it McGraw-Hill or something like that, that textbook work.
Yeah,
initially
yeah.
for your first semester? Dude, I remember I would have to read chapters and chapters, like I'm talking about so much, and then like I'd go type an answer and like it would say it was incorrect even though it was the right answer, but just like a different
Oh,
word.
yeah.
That was
It was very particular.
yeah, that was the most annoying fucking shit. Oh my god, because you'd have the answer right, but and mark it wrong because you just said the wrong word.
Yeah.
You know, dude. Oh my god.
I feel like when I was like friends with some business majors or anything like that, finance majors, their school life was pretty chill. They just had all the free time in the world. But then you have like, I guess the pre-med or the like the engineers, they were like struggling. And I was kind of like with that group, just studying. And now we're studying ICT, baby. Studying the markets. Studying the markets too.
Would
We
you guys
just switch professions.
Do you think trading's harder than school? Right?
I feel like, school, there's an outcome. You put a lot of work, you're guaranteed to do well. Trading is like, you don't even know. You can commit as much as you want and still fail. So it's like still random. Unless there's like a guarantee for me.
There's more probability you get a job, but is there really a guarantee that you'll make good money off your degree? That's the thing. I mean, for certain degrees, sure, but like I feel like if you're business administration or like just certain select degrees, your probability of making a good income just drops.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always risk with everything. I feel like even in degrees where you're guaranteed, certain incomes, it's just like even those, I don't know. There's just risk with everything, So I think just taking the risk that you want in life is what's important. I'm not saying be degenerate, don't be stupid. just take risk in what you really enjoy.
That I think, yeah. Even Tyler had his own story. He said he maxed out all his credit cards to buy a lot of prop evals challenges. Like it was 4x. It was expensive, like $500 pop. It was like 20,000 in debt. Like it's basically you're going all in on it. You're betting yourself, and you're hoping that it gives you the reward you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried Funded Next? We're also partnered with Funded Next. But yeah, like that's just what it is. I feel like that's the best way. When you commit in and you're like, I'm gonna, it's either I make it or I lose a lot. You put that much online, you're kind of like pushing yourself to succeed. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
And that does help a lot.
There's risk in everything. I mean, there's less risk in certain things, but it's just like you might as well just go out and do what you want, really.
Full send,
Like
baby.
passion fulfills you more, or it'll like you'll be able to work a lot longer through passion as opposed to like I don't know, just like something you hate, if that makes sense. Like for me, it's either school or trading, and I hated school. I love trading, and so it's just like I could literally probably trade for the rest of my life no problem because I love it so much. I feel like if I were to go to school and get a 9 to 5, like I would literally just hate my life. That's the sad reality is that's how it is for most people. But it's just like, dude, like my brains just function different. I cannot do that for my whole life. Just work a 9 to 5 in a field that I really don't enjoy. Like I have to be doing something I really like for my whole life. So it's just like, if anything, I respect more people like that because it's like, dude, there's just no way I could do what you do. There's just no way I could do what most people do, which is just school, get a corporate job that they're really not really happy about, but they're just doing it because it pays well or because their freaking parents told them to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind school early on because it's like you basically put effort in and then you get an outcome. You know, like good grades, do everything. You're basically securing your future. That's kind of what I had in my mind. But then at one point, it's like I was trading too, and like you kind of find a passion. You're like, I like trading a little bit more, or then there's like much more, then much more, much more. It's like I don't even like school anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was grateful to be doing what I'm doing. That's it. I mean, not a lot of people could do what they do successfully at a young age. Like we're really blessed. We're really blessed, Brian. Very. Yep. Yep. Even though some days I'll be like just really debating on quitting trading just because it's just so annoying sometimes. Most times I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good. Some days I'll come into a session, guys. I'll sit down for fucking 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, take no trades or even be read. And I'm like, dude, like, what am I doing? But nope, that's just a part of trading. That's just a part of the
fine
system.
with that.
Yep, that's just what trading is.
You think we come back the weekly midpoint of next week? I think so. I think we're gonna at least try to tag it because that midpoint is also a lot of like the higher time frame liquidity, and so I think we just get like nice pop early next week, and let's say it pop to 600s, 650s, and then turn back down. Not like all the way down, but at least like get a nice retracement. Maybe back to the daily here, so like I could see this happening for sure. Take out this high, take out this low. Yeah. I wanted to see if we can kind of get a run back and decide this 15 minute. We didn't do that.
Dude, we're so close to my TV. We're just teasing it.
Tease it more. We're going to all-time highs. If you're shorting long-term, good luck. I don't think anyone's shorting long-term. You're just more swing trading. Stock market is always going up, so you just want to buy low, sell high. I don't think that many people are trying to build a position here. When we had the most generational opportunity like a month ago. That was like 4,000 points lower NQ. That's generational opportunity right there. You're never going to see that again? Maybe. Is that spike here?
This is the most deserved 15K I ever made, dude. This is such a fucking hard hold. So mentally done.
Alright, we should do some giveaways here, chat. And wrap this up. We'll do a few. I think we have a few to wrap up. Maybe some MyFi feature counts, some starter counts. We do like 2 or 3, perhaps. You guys want to see that?
Yes, sir. All right, good push here. Here
Looking
comes
for
London High.
74? Or are you looking for London highs?
I'm about to trim out here. Oh, that was tough.
There's that high.
Yep.
All right, like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Comment your YouTube username. We're gonna pick a few winners, and then we'll wrap this up. Good stream.
Yes, sir.
Hope you guys enjoy your week, guys. Give you guys a few more minutes, and then we're gonna pick the winners. You guys make a ticket, and then we're gonna end this. You TP'd out? Or are you still holding a little bit?
TP. Did you end? No.
No, no. I'm just asking.
My fault. Taking. I sold.
Okay. Okay. Giveaway winner today is put the names up here so you guys can see it. These are the giveaway winners today. If this is one of you, make a ticket on the Discord, and I'll wrap this up here. Any last words, LANTO?
W chat, W guys, my fault. I was just managing this trade. Good freaking stuff today, Brian. 1 for 1. Good compound day, yes sir. Caught a really nice short against the trend. And so yeah, good stuff today overall, guys. Hopefully you guys had a blessed week. Enjoy your weekend. Have a blessed weekend. And yeah, stay safe, guys.
All right. Yeah, make a giveaway ticket on the Discord if that's one of you guys. I'm gonna head out here. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Sir.
See ya.